Okay, welcome back, chat. This is your boy, Dat Boy Clay, and what we are currently doing is we're resetting the Xbox as of right now, um, because it needs a reset every so often. I'm really bad about leaving everything on whenever I'm done with it, because there's a chance that I may end up coming right back to play it. I just don't know. All right, so let's close down the Xbox app. Let's open it back up. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing some COD, man. We're going to be playing some Warzone just for a little bit. Nothing too insanely crazy today. We may try Rainbow Six Siege for a little bit, but maybe not. But we'll see. See. Today would actually make day 6 of the challenge that we have been trying to complete. Not a huge deal, not a big deal at all, but we do need to fix it. Gotta change it from day 4 to day 6. Go, go. As soon as the Xbox gets signed in here. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to close down the app one more time. Game. See Xbox is, and then we'll get into Warzone. But I hope you guys have had a good morning so far. So far, my morning's been pretty decent. It's not been too bad. Um, Actually, I got to sleep in. I slept in quite a bit, which was nice. I think I fully and like physically had finally gotten up around 10:50ish. So I slept in pretty good, and it was nice. Oh my lord, it's got an update. COD has got an update. So I guess we're gonna be hanging out until the update is done. So let's do some reviews. I say we do reviews, and we review some scary footage. We review maybe maybe a documentary of some kind. I say we do some kind of YouTube review for the time being while we're waiting. Um, so with that being said, what we're gonna do is let's see here. What can we watch? What can we watch? Let's do scary real stories is what we'll say. Scary real stories. We'll do 4 disturbing true scary stories, all right? So that's what we're going to do. Pull it over here for us.
Meet Base 44,
We'll also even
a
be able to
complete
get a
AI
YouTube video
creation.
out of this, so we'll see what this is, true stories, scary true stories is all about. Kind of scared, just a little bit. I'm not a big fan of scary stuff. Not a big fan at all.
I had spent a few days in Austin visiting friends. I live in Louisiana, so it's sort of an all-day drive. On my last day in Austin, my old friend Tom had commented on my Instagram story asking when I leave, and I said today. He told me he lived an hour outside of Austin, which was actually in the direction home for me.
Okay, so far he's got a buddy. His buddy Tom asked him to come chill, and he's like, well, it is kind of on the way, and I guess he's going to go. So we'll start there.
I hadn't seen Tom in years, and it would be nice to catch up. He said I should stop by, and I said sure, why not? I set my GPS for Tom's address, and it said about an hour and a half drive. Tom and I had been friends back in high school, but lost touch after graduation. We followed each other on social media.
How many other people have lost very, very good friendships straight out of high school just because life has happened? Man, that is one thing that I hate about leaving high school. That's the only thing that would bring me back to high school is to see all of my friends again, all of those people that I've lost contact with over the years since we've graduated. But that is what that that is the one thing that would keep me at high school because after high school, you lose all of those connections. You don't have people that you had a legitimate connection with that wasn't just through a phone. You had people that you didn't even text, but you talked to them on a daily basis in person at school. And yeah, it kind of sucks growing up, man. Stay young, chat. Stay young. Do what you can. Stay young and stay in school. You'll regret all of it once you graduate.
But hadn't really spoken in years. When I pulled up, I noticed his house was a little old-fashioned. It wasn't run down or anything, just aged. The wooden porch creaked under my steps, and when he opened the door, I caught the scent of old wood and something rustic, like an
Ooh.
old cabin in the woods.
But
Tom
who
was a
likes that smell? Who likes that smell? I actually really enjoy those kinds of smells. Like not like a mold smell, not like a mold smell but like an old wood finish kind of smell. Like it's just old, it's rustic. I like those kinds of smells. It almost brings me back to like my grandmother's house or something. Uh, and it reminds me of my family's homes sometimes is they all live in an older home because they're from Paintsville, Kentucky. Well, if you all know where Paintsville, Kentucky's at, there's not a whole lot there, so there's a bunch of older homes. A lot of those homes kind of smell just like that, like this guy has described. But it reminds me of home, so that's why I don't mind that kind of smell, and I don't mind the rustic vibe to it either. I don't mind any of that. I mean, that's just my way of living, though.
of course very welcoming, giving me a big hug and pulling me inside. Some friendships stay just as pure no matter how much time passes.
I mean,
The inside
that
of the
is
house
true.
was just as old as the outside. The furniture looked like it had been around since the 70s.
I don't know about you all, chat, and I hope you all do have somebody that's like a ride or die type of friend for you. Like, does not care what kind of trouble you're in, does not care what you did wrong. All that matters to them is that you were involved and that they are going to be there. That's a friend. That is a friend. A friend that's going to keep you looking out, keep looking out for you and keeping his eyes up as much as yours. Keeping you accountable, that's a friend, man. And if I've got one myself, and he's been my best friend and my boy for literally 20 years this year. This year makes 20 years of me knowing this gentleman, and you all know him. Y'all know him. You've seen him on some of the videos. One Eyebrow, that's my boy. That is my ride or die. Me and Bryce, just like this guy was just talking about, me and One Eyebrow. Me and One Eyebrow, we can go a decade without talking to each other. But as soon as we see each other and we start talking again, it's as if we picked right back up. Nothing has changed within our friendship. That's the kinds of friendships that you want. Because sometimes in life, man, there's going to be a point to where you got to break away from that group. You got to break away from them and do what you got to do. And it is the group, your friends part. It's his job to support you with that. And it's not you saying, you know what, screw you, I'm no longer your friend. It's you saying I've got to grow up a little bit. I've got to grow up. I'm not going to be your friend, but we've got to put a little bit of distance. And when you add that distance and then when you close the distance, this is where it's important. When you close the distance, if that friend that you added distance to, if that friend is still there and still the same, has not changed not one bit, doesn't treat you any other way differently because of that situation, that's a friend. That's a friend because they'll understand that you needed to do what you needed to do in order to get to where you wanted to be. That's a friend. And a friend will support you no matter what. So definitely keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Don't ever let somebody backdoor you. Do what you can. If you feel, even if you have the slightest little sleazy mindset on somebody, don't interact. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Stay aware. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna shut up, and I just got onto a rampage about, I just got onto a rant about friendships because I value my friendships a lot. I try to stay connected with my friends a lot, whether it be through Snapchat, Instagram, streaming. They'll stop in on the streams every so often. They may not say anything, but they do stop in to see what I'm about or like what I'm doing. They will stop in, and then I'll end up getting a text message. Hey man, stream was great. Stream looked good. You're really good at this. You need to keep doing this. You keep pushing for it. Those are the kinds of friends y'all want in your life, not friends that are gonna stick you in a situation and leave you high and dry.
And every step I took on the hardwood floors led out a small creek. It felt kind of Texas, I guess. It was kind of charming in a way, like stepping back in time. We
Now, how
sat down
many
in his
people
living
would
room,
live in this home?
catching up on
How many people would live in this home? If you all would live in this home, leave a like. Me personally, I'm moving here tomorrow. I love the way that this house looks. I like the big stone fireplace, the wooden ceilings. Everything is rustic, just like he described it. It's really rustic. Look at even the door frames. The door frames look old. They look really, really old. Like that looks like legit wood. That's not your plastic, recycled bottles wood that they like to try to sell you. That looks all legit. These frames look legit, like handmade. This countertop right here above the fireplace, that's wood. That looks like legitimate wood. Hardwood flooring looks like it's legit wood. I would live here in a heartbeat. Y'all would have trouble getting me away from this house.
life drinking whiskey. It was like 5 p.m. by this point. One drink turned into two, two into three, and before I knew it, I was pretty drunk. The warmth of the alcohol made the room feel smaller, cozier, but also heavier. Hours passed like minutes, honestly. We were having such a good time catching up that eventually he dropped the question I knew he'd ask. "Hey man, you got a long drive back. Why don't you crash here for the night?" he offered. I hesitated, but he was right. I wasn't in any shape to be on the road. I said yeah, good idea, and asked if I'd take the couch we were on. And then he said, "Nah, I got a spare room. It's nothing fancy, but it's better than the couch." That was good enough for me. We ate some Chinese food that we had delivered, and after a while, he led me down a short hallway to the spare bedroom. I didn't pay much attention to the inside of the room because I was hammered. We both were. But I remember the air in the room was still, like the room hadn't been used in a long time. I barely had time to register my surroundings before I collapsed onto the bed, completely exhausted and drunk.
Okay, so it sounds like Buddy, his friend, wanted to have a good time, wanted to see his buddy and catch up over some beers. Now he's too drunk to even drive and can't get home. So his buddy is now asking him or telling him, "Hey, you should probably stay because you've been drinking." Now, see, that's a good friend. Now, that's a good friend. He's looking out for him, but we already know since it's a scary true stories video, there's probably going to be something with there's probably going to be something insane that happens later on down the line. So far he sounds like a pretty good friend. He's just chilling, they're vibing, they're talking, they're catching up. Now it's time for bedtime. Our main character, he's too drunk. So let's catch up with him where he's at. It sounds like he's getting ready to lay down and crash. So
Sometime in the middle of the night, I woke up. My mouth was dry, my head was spinning, and the room was dark, except for a little bit of moonlight sneaking in through the blinds. That's when I saw it. In the far corner of the room, on the closet door, there was something hanging. At first, it looked like a long black trench coat on a coat rack, but as my eyes adjusted, the shape of it felt wrong. It had a broad upper portion, almost like shoulders, and the way it
I just got goosebumps the way that he's describing this thing standing in the room. Like, I've got goosebumps up and down my arm right now from the way that he's describing this thing. All right, let's listen. I got to turn on the lizard lights, but let's listen.
hung made it look less like fabric and more like a silhouette. My heart pounded in my chest. I didn't remember seeing that when I stumbled into the bed, but I had been drunk. Maybe I just hadn't noticed. I rolled over, trying to ignore it. It was just a coat, nothing more, but I couldn't help myself. I peeked again, still there. I squeezed my eyes shut, took a deep breath, and forced myself to sleep. I don't know how long I was out there before I woke up again. It wasn't just discomfort that pulled me from sleep. It was sound. A slow, soft creaking, like someone stepping carefully on an old wooden floor. My eyes shot open. The room was dimly lit now, dawn creeping through the blinds. I turned my head toward the corner, and my stomach dropped. The coat was gone. I sat up so fast that my head spun.
Oh, hell no.
My body was buzzing with a sickening mix of fear and leftover alcohol. I scanned the room, my heart thudding against my ribs.
Okay, so first of all, this is what I'm saying. If I'm waking up at my boy's house and there's what it looks to be a coat hanging up on the closet door, the first thing I'm doing is I'm getting up. That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm getting up and I'm checking the jacket. If it is just a jacket, I'm taking it off the hook and putting it on the ground or something like that, like something like that. That is me though. I would just be getting up. I would be nonchalant about it. It could be something scary and I'd be nonchalant because I need to see what that is in order to go back to bed. But this guy, he closed his eyes real tight, tried to go back to sleep, heard a noise, woke back up, seen that the jacket's gone. And yeah, see that we could have already handled this. We could have already put the jacket away. But here we are. All right, let's go.
There was nothing in the corner, just an empty closet door. I threw the covers off and rushed to Tom's room. He was snoring, completely unaware of the panic storming through me. I shook him awake, which took a lot of effort considering he was out from all that alcohol. He finally woke up very confused, rubbing his eyes. "The coat," I said breathlessly. "The one on the coat rack in the spare room." He squinted at me, confused. "What coat?" he said. "The black trench coat, the one that was hanging on the closet door. It looked like a person almost." Tom sat up, looking more awake now. "I don't own a trench coat, man. I don't even have a coat rack in that room," he said. I stared at him, waiting for him to say he was messing with me, that this was some kind of joke, but his expression stayed serious. "Come look," I said. He sighed, but got up and followed me back to the spare bedroom. I pointed to the exact spot. "It was right there," I said. Tom scratched his head. He asked me if I was sure I wasn't just dreaming, but I said I know what I saw. I insisted, with my voice shaking.
Man, I hate it when people do that. When you know you've seen something and there's no possible way that you could have seen that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I hate it when people try to justify what you just seen when what you have just seen is legit. Justify what I just seen, not justify what's around in the room or whatnot. Because I guarantee you, this friend here, he's gonna be like he's already said, I have never owned a trench coat. Jesus, he's already said once that he has never owned a trench coat. So where's the trench coat coming from? Is there somebody else in the house? Is there a third person? Is the trench coat haunted? We about to find out, though, ain't we? We're about to find out.
Slightly. "I woke up and it was there. Then I woke up again and it was gone," I said. We stood in the room for a few moments, both of us feeling the same eerie silence pressing in on us. Tom finally exhaled and shook his head, agreeing we should check the house just in case.
This game, you're not ready for it.
We searched every room, every closet, every corner. Nothing. No signs of forced entry, no weird coats hanging anywhere, nothing that could explain what I saw. Eventually, Tom tried to convince me that maybe I had been in some kind of half-dream state, seeing things that weren't there. I wanted to believe that, really. I didn't want to think about the alternative. As soon as the sun was fully up, I grabbed my stuff, said goodbye, and hit the road. I almost felt guilty leaving him alone after that. The whole drive back to Louisiana, my mind kept circling back to that moment, waking up to that.
Yeah, I don't see how Buddy's driving all the way back to Louisiana from Texas after a night like that. Like, dude, I would have been out of there. Once I woke back up and seen that the jacket was gone, I wouldn't have even woke up, best friend. I would have been like, best friend, this place is haunted. I'm leaving, but that's up to you if you want to stay here, but I'm gone. and I would be out. I would have been out. Now, I have stayed in a legitimate haunted house multiple times, and I believe in ghosts. I believe in demons. I believe that there is a higher power, such as Jesus Christ and God Himself. Thank you, Lord, for a beautiful day today that you are allowing me to live. But when it comes to things that I can't see, whether it be good or bad, I don't mess with it. I am up and out. I am gone. I don't like that. Especially I hate the feeling that you get whenever you are worried, anxious, scared of a basement, and then you got to go up the stairs because it feels like somebody's chasing you. I hate that. I hate that feeling. But but yeah, so we'll probably cut all this out from the YouTube video, but yeah, so let's I'm gonna check on the Xbox real quick. See if we're about done updating. If we are, we will hurry up and finish this video. If not, then back to it. Okay, so we got 3/4 of the way till it's done. All right, let's get back to YouTube. Almost done. Okay, so picking back up, he is going back home to Louisiana from Texas, having a night out with his boy. So let's see how the ride home to Louisiana is.
That coat-like figure staring at me from the corner, the way it was just gone in the morning. Maybe Tom played a cruel prank on me, but to this day he's never admitted to anything, so I doubt that. Or maybe, just maybe, there had been someone in that house watching me sleep, and they decided to leave before the morning came.
All right, so let's talk about that first story. That first story, not as spooky as I thought it would be. I thought we would find out if somebody really was watching him or not. I believe somebody was watching him. I believe somebody was watching him because you always hear stories about people breaking in houses, becoming a squatter, and living in the attic of your house. And at nighttime, when everybody's asleep, that's normally when they come out and they'll eat your food, they'll watch you sleep. Like that right there scares me half to death. And that is something that I literally will check my attic every so often just to make sure that nobody's up there. Because that is one thing that scares me half to death is if there's physically another human being in my house that I have no control or no knowledge of them being there. So that freaks me out. Very well could have been somebody watching him sleep. Your body naturally can tell when somebody is staring at you, even though you are asleep. Sometimes when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of the night, just randomly, a lot of times if you go and look up why you were waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's because your body has felt somebody staring at you or has felt something that only another human being or spirit would be able to do to you. That's why you wake up. I swear, if you all look that up, that's what it will tell you. Let's move on to story 2.
This happened to me when I was 18 years old. I was on a trip with my parents and a friend of mine, whom we can call Anna. This story takes place in Sweden when we were on a road trip. My parents, Anna, and I were going on a domestic trip, and we had an 8-hour drive from home. The plan was to visit a theme park and stay at a campsite, but we hadn't booked one. The day came, and we arrived in the city where the theme park was located, but we planned to visit it the next day, so we needed a place to sleep. Since we had brought tents in our car, my dad searched online for a nearby campsite. He found one that seemed good and close by, so he called the campsite. Unfortunately, that day coincided with a big soccer tournament, and the campsite was fully booked. Since we hadn't reserved a spot in advance, there was no space left for us. My dad called around, but we couldn't find any campsites that were reasonably priced and near the theme park. Our only option was to find a camping spot in nature. We set the GPS to the nearest parking area in a forest to avoid parking fines. Eventually, we found a spot in a nature reserve. When we arrived, there were some people around, so we asked if it was okay to set up our tents there and whether it was a good place to stay. A woman who was hiking told us it was a good place to sleep and that there were no parking attendants. Based on that, we decided to sleep in a small, lonely gravel parking lot. We were surrounded by forest, and a 10-minute walk away was a beach. At first, we considered setting up our tents on the beach, but something told me it would be better to camp in the parking lot.
Yeah, if you all ever camp out on a beach, that is another fear I have because so many different things go to the beach. So think about it. All the different wildlife going to that beach, all the different people going to that beach. There's a lot of different things that would go to a what you would call a beach or a water source to gain access to water. That is big no-no for me. That would like imagine if it was like an apocalypse or something, right? Everybody would be going somewhere near this place because it's such a massive body of water to keep you alive, you know? Me personally, when it comes to the wildlife in a secluded wooded area like this and you're camping, I try to stay away from the beaches because where I'm from, there's bears, there's mountain lions, there's things like that, and I don't want to run into one of those things at the beach, or I don't want to run into one of those things on the shoreline of a lake or a pond because that animal is going to be probably somewhat aggressive due to it's trying to get a drink of water and it's probably going to be like, "Hey, this is my territory. I've been here first. This is my stuff." You know, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near a bear or a mountain lion or anything like that if they were getting water, eating. I don't even want to be around them at all. But don't get me wrong, camping, I love to camp. I just don't know if I would camp on the beach. I don't know if I'd do that. There's too many crazy people that would go to the beach. There's too many animals that go to the beach. There could be dangerous animals. It could be dangerous people. You never know.
As we got out of the car to set up our shelter for the night, I noticed a lone car parked further away in the lot. It looked like it was in bad condition, and there was no one inside. I found it strange because it was already evening, so
See, that's already red flag for me. We're not staying there. The beach was one red flag. This is the second red flag. I'm good. Beat up old car by itself. Can't even tell if it's been occupied recently or not. Yeah, nah, I'm not staying there.
there were no more people at the beach or hiking in the woods. However, I didn't think too much about it at the time. I helped my parents set up our tents. They were sleeping in one tent, while Anna and I shared the other, with both tents placed close together. After struggling to build them, we finally
Problem solved, sir.
You know, some of these video games that they show you on these ads, they don't look half bad. Like, this doesn't look terrible. It's very strategic. And the water looks legit. At least the water looks good. They don't seem half bad. This seems kind of interesting, just a little bit. They're having a big naval fight, man. It's pretty cool. All right, let's continue.
finished. Anna and I made our tent cozy, watched YouTube, and ate snacks. By this time, it was around 11 p.m. We wanted to sleep at a decent hour so we wouldn't be too tired the next day. After a while, around midnight, we decided to sleep. At this point, my parents were already asleep in their tent. Anna and I were scrolling through TikTok when we suddenly heard a metallic sound from the parking lot. It sounded like a shovel being thrown onto the gravel. We both jumped in fear and asked each other what it could be. Too scared to peek out of the tent window, we chose to stay silent and listen. The sound had come from the same direction as the abandoned car. We then heard what I assumed was a shovel being thrown into the car's trunk, followed by the trunk slamming shut. We sat in silence, our hearts pounding. Then we
Why are we still here? You know, waking up in the middle of the night and hearing what sounds to be a shovel. That's a pretty distinctive description. So it must have been a shovel because shovels only make a certain sound. The way that the actual shovel is turned and curved in and the shape that it is, it makes a certain metallic sound. So I know what he's talking about. And if you're able to decide that yes, that was a shovel that we heard and it sounds like a shovel's being tossed around or something, yeah, I'm getting out of my tent and I'm letting whoever that is know, like, hey, I don't know what you're here for, but I know you can see our tents here. Can you please, like, I don't know. That's just me though. That would make me mad, being that vulnerable and somebody being that loud at night to the point to where it's waking me up. Like this, whoever it is can obviously see that there's two tents here. There's people camping. Granted, they probably shouldn't have stayed there because there was a car already there, whether it be somebody actively there or not. I don't think I would have stayed there just because that car belongs to someone. That car is somebody's. It may not have moved for the last 5 years, but who is to go and say that that person doesn't have the keys to that car that can move it? You know, who knows why they left it there? But I wouldn't be sticking around to find out, is what I'm getting at. I would have already packed bags, let the person know that we was leaving, let them know that there were people here. I would have done something other than just sitting in a tent listening.
I heard the car speed off as if someone were trying to get away quickly. I texted a friend from a nearby city, telling him where we were staying. He replied, warning me that the beach nearby was known to be dangerous, with organized criminals often engaging in illegal activities there. We had no idea about this before. When I read my friend's message, I felt cold.
What did I just get done saying? I just got done saying that. There's bad people that hang around beaches, man. There's bad news. Nighttime beaches, bad news, man. Equals bad news. Anytime you're even if you're at the ocean and you're on that kind of beach, bad news at night. Stay off the beach at nighttime. It's just like what they say with the water. Stay out of the water at night because sharks come up closer to the shoreline to feed. That's why you want to stay out of the water at nighttime. Same thing with the beach. Stay off of the beach at nighttime. Organized crime happens, killings happen. There's lots of things that happen. Animals show up. It could be a big old black bear, big old mountain lion with its babies. Be very aggressive towards you. Then, if its babies was with you, trying to get with them, trying to get a drink, you'd be in some big trouble. But prime example, Buddy told him to stay away from the beach because the beach has organized crime happening there at the beach. There's multiple different other things that are happening at the beach, but it sounds like the number one thing is going to be organized crime. And I bet you this guy that had the shovel probably just got done burying a body. If I had to take a guess, why else would you have a shovel around the beach that everybody knows is bad news? I guess we'll find out.
And deeply unsettled. About 10 minutes passed in silence after the car sped away. Anna and I had started to calm down a little, when out of nowhere, we heard the loudest, most blood-curdling scream from a man coming from the woods. We were absolutely horrified.
What I just get done saying, he probably has buried a body. No, he's got the guy with him. He's getting ready to bury him. He's probably going to kill this guy, and these people are witnesses. Let's find out.
Immediately texted my mom, telling her we just heard a loud scream. When she didn't respond, I called her phone to wake her up. She finally answered and said neither she nor my dad heard anything. She reassured me that it was probably nothing serious, but at that moment, I couldn't think of any normal reason for someone to scream like that. Anna and I crawled under the blankets, terrified, not knowing what was happening. Every minute felt like an hour. Even though it was midnight, we were too scared to sleep. Suddenly, everything became eerily silent. Then, my blood ran cold. I heard footsteps. Someone was walking around our tents, moving stealthily. Anna and I sat up, frozen in fear. I put my phone down so that its light wouldn't illuminate the tent.
Okay. These people are wanting to die. That's what I'm taking from this video. You've already heard a scream. Okay, first of all, let's go back. You've seen a random car in the campsite that you were wanting to camp in, but it was an old beat up car, so you thought that somebody just left it there. Then now you have your site set up. It's time for bed, and you start hearing things. You heard a shovel. That's a pretty distinctive sound. After you have heard the shovel and the door close on the car and everything, then you wake up to a man screaming at the top of his lungs to the point to where you've never heard a man scream like that. Now, after you have heard that man scream like that, see, I used to hunt quite a bit, and when the forest goes quiet and you don't hear no birds, you don't hear no crickets, you don't hear anything like that, something either has happened, happening, or there's something bigger in that area that those animals don't feel comfortable with making themselves known. That's normally what that typically is there's something else in that area that the animals are like, man, I don't really know what to do in this situation, or I really don't know what I need to do. Do I need to get out of here? Do I need to stay quiet? Things like that. Because the animals, think about it, animals witness just about anything and everything. Any kind of animal out there in the world. If animals could talk, there's probably millions of animals that have seen a murder happen, a body be buried. I mean, dude, just think about it. If animals could talk, we would have suspects on top of suspects like that. But once the woods had gotten eerily like silent, that would be the moment that I would be like, if I was still in this campsite, that would be the moment I would be getting out of there. Is when the woods went absolutely quiet. Because it's very odd and really eerie whenever you're walking through the woods and you're hearing all these birds, you're hearing the bugs, you're hearing the bees, you're hearing the turkeys maybe off in the distance gobbling, you're hearing all these different things. It's when that stuff stops and it's so quiet in the woods that you can even hear a pin drop or a stick snap, wind blowing through the tops of the trees. You can hear all of that. When you can hear all that, it's time to get out of there, in my opinion. It's time to get out of there. There's something else there other than myself that could be bigger than me, more dangerous than me, a better predator than me. Because let's say I'm out hunting, I'm a predator at that point. But note to self, chat: anytime the woods go quiet, yeah, it's time to leave.
My heart was racing, and I could hear my own pulse.
Oh yeah,
There
that's
was
another
no
thing.
light.
That's another thing. You're hearing them squatted down, and you're able to sit here and tell us that you knew that they were like sneaking around your campsite. Buddy, it wouldn't have taken me 2 seconds to get up out of that tent and see what the hell's going on. Because stuff like that, now that makes me mad, is that, this guy's just kind of chilling. Here's the thing. You might have heard a guy scream, but you never heard a gunshot. So you know that he's probably doesn't have a firearm. He's probably got melee weapons of some kind of knife, a bat, something like that. Buddy, I'm taking my chances. If you ain't got a gun, I'm taking my chances. 100% I'm taking my chances because I could go grab a stick and disarm you with a stick if you're carrying a knife. You know what I'm saying? I will take my chances with that. But if he's got a gun, then yeah, we're kind of screwed.
Logical reason for anyone to be walking around our tents in the middle of the forest at this hour. The footsteps moved around our tent first, then toward my parents' tent, and then circled around our car, which was parked nearby. The person stopped and seemed to be looking at our tents. For a moment, there was complete silence. Then, I heard the same car from earlier returning. Its headlights lit up our tents, and Anna and I quickly laid down to avoid being seen. I gathered the courage to peek through the small tent window. I saw the car door slam shut before it sped off again. I felt a brief moment of relief when the person left. From my vantage point, I could see the road they had driven down. 5 minutes later, I saw another car approaching fast. It was a police car, racing in the same direction the other car had gone. Nothing else happened after that. Anna and I were still shaken, so we decided to sit in the locked car to feel safer. I stayed awake until around 5 a.m., keeping watch over the forest, while Anna eventually fell asleep beside me.
See, now like if I had to sit there and stay, because I'm with my family and I can't get up and leave and I have to like witness all this. Once I've seen the police car come down the drive, I would have flagged him down. You should have just flagged him down because if he came down that way, you're camping. He's down there for a reason. He's not down there just to check you out. He's down there for a reason. You're camping, dude. The only time people are able to find you when you were camping is if they have that reason to find you. They're 9 times out of 10, they're not just going to stumble upon you. 9 times out of 10, the police officer was going there for a reason, so they should have flagged him down and told him your make and model of the car, license plate, because the car had been there long enough. They probably could have been able to grab the license plate. They could have done X, Y, and Z after the fact once the police officer had gotten there. They could have, but they didn't. They watched him drive away instead, it sounds like. Um, they watched him drive away, and then they heard and watched the other people drive away, I believe. Which sometimes being a bystander, it's okay because it's going to keep you safe and nobody's going to hate on you for that. But, like, I'm sorry, but in this kind of situation, it sounds to me like these people had the chance and opportunity to probably potentially save a human being since they heard screaming in the middle of the night. And instead, they decided to be bystanders. That's when, like, there was already 15 red flags before we got up to this point. Why haven't you done something yet? You know what I mean? Like, that just kind of frustrates me. Like, we could have handled this situation, gotten out of it, or even diffused it to enough to a point to where none of this would have happened. That, or maybe the people in that car would have left. They would have went elsewhere and not even have came back. You know, there's just things like that that you could do, especially if they know that they're going to be doing something illegal, like killing a man or something. They're not going to be sticking around anywhere close to humans, other people. They're not going to be sticking anywhere close. That's why they go to the beach. That's why they go out in these woods. But I'd bet they probably left that car earlier than the day, had a different getaway car, came back to grab that car maybe, and then noticed those tents were there. And then they started checking around the tents to see if anybody was actually in these tents or if they had wandered off and left the tents behind. I guarantee you that's what they were doing. They were trying to see if people were actually in it or not. And then that's why they ended up dipping and rushing out of there, is because once they realized that people were in that tent, they knew that they had been had, most likely. So they had to get up and go. And I'd say they probably wouldn't have tried anything anyways because there was more people camping than there was them, the bad guys. You know, that was a 4v2, I think, what it was. And it didn't even sound like they had like a gun of any kind. It sounds like they may have had knives or something. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm taking that chance. I will take a stabbing somewhere if that means that I fought for my life.
After about an hour, we went back to our tent.
Introducing Iron Beam.
Oh man,
the
you gotta
best
love
choice
these
for
ads.
futures trading.
Gotta love
Iron
these
Beam
ads.
is
Let's
the
get this.
industry-leading.
And out of sheer exhaustion, finally fell asleep. We woke up around 9 a.m. completely drained. I told my mom everything that happened, and she revealed that she had also heard the footsteps, but when the person was near their tent, she had also heard heavy breathing, like the kind you hear in horror movies during a scary phone call. She had been terrified too. However, my dad had
See, if that guy is that close to your tent that you can hear heavy breathing, you need to do something. You don't need to sit there. You need to do something. Because you're going to go out of this world not doing anything to save your life, potentially. You know, and then not only that, you've got your whole family there. So the dad, it sounds to me like the dad doesn't even realize that any of this is going on. The mom is the only one that knows anything. So the dad is kind of failing as a dad. He's not protecting his family like he should be. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm the first person that you're going to speak to if you're doing something like that. Like, I will be that first person to come up out of them tents asking, hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing, dude? Obviously, you know, there's people sleeping in these tents. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, something like that. Too many red flags, though, right off the bat, man. Red flags right on this camping trip. It was like immediate. Immediate red flags. Sir.
Had slept through the whole thing, so we had to tell him the story. Without hesitation,
The
we immediately
dad slept through the whole thing. That's what he just said. Is that not what he just said? The dad slept through the whole thing?
whole thing, so we had to tell him the story. However, my dad had slept through the whole thing, so we had to tell him the story. Without
Worst
hesitation,
dad
we
ever.
immediately packed our
Award.
things and the tents, eager to leave as soon as possible. None of us wanted to stay there any longer. Despite the terrifying night, we had a good time at the theme park later that day. However, that evening, I decided to research the forest where we had camped. What I found made my stomach drop. Just a short time before our visit, a man had been murdered there, stabbed to death due to gang-related debts. Even more disturbingly, 2 men had gone missing from that exact beach and had never been found. I couldn't stop thinking about it. What if the person walking around our tents was a dangerous individual, checking to see if there were any witnesses? What if we had been in serious danger without realizing it?
Oh, they definitely were. They definitely were in serious danger without realizing it. And I feel like if I was the dad in that situation, they would have never been in that situation. Once we pulled up in there and I'd seen another car there, I'm sorry, but it's kind of weird that they set up camp right next to this random car. Even if there is a car there and they're not camping, you don't know if they're not camping. They're not in their car. So me personally, I probably would have went elsewhere because you don't really want to come in on top of another campsite to add your campsite. You want to give those people that space. That's part of the reason why they're out there. So it could have been something like that too. But I believe that whoever killed the 2 missing men, or whoever as the 2 missing men are, I wonder if they're still missing to this day. If they are still missing to this day, they're dead and they've probably been buried. As you can tell from this story here, they're probably buried in a shallow grave right on the beach or something, Which burying a body on the beach probably wouldn't be that bad of an idea, just because there's a lot of animals that go out there, probably scavenging. There's water. Water will destroy a body if it's been waterlogged, basically. You won't be able to tell you won't be able to identify who that person is, or sometimes even in some cases how bad the murder is. You can't even tell that it's a body sometimes. But I believe that they were in tremendous amounts of danger, and once the mom could hear the heavy breathing, yeah. Which I don't ever go camping, even if it's illegal in the state or not. I don't go anywhere without a firearm. Not anymore. Not anymore. I go everywhere with a firearm, even if it's state legal, open carry, gotta have a concealed license to conceal a gun, things like that. I don't care. I will still carry a gun. You may not know it, but I will still carry a gun, because there's going to be a time in one of those states that have these extreme gun laws where that one person who doesn't have concealed carry, or you can't even tell that they are carrying, has to save the day. He may have done it illegally, but he still saved the day and prevented people from getting hurt, or prevented a robbery from happening, prevented something from happening. Yeah, granted, at the end of the day, whoever the individual is that has the firearm illegally is going to get into a lot of trouble, but it will probably be a way less minor amount of sentencing, because you were doing good with, even though you broke the law, you were still doing good. And I think a judge would probably see that, probably give you a smack on the wrist or something.
Even now, I still think about that night. Who made that horrifying scream?
Oh, I
Why
would
was
never
someone
stop
using a
thinking
shovel
about
in
it.
the middle of the night in a
I
forest?
would think about that every single night. I would feel
What
guilty
exactly
because
were
I
they
just
chasing?
witnessed most likely somebody getting
Guess I'll never know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to swap scenes. That's my bad. That's my bad.
This is a story that still haunts me when I think about it, even though I was so young when it happened.
Here, hold
6
on.
is
Let me get the YouTube live here caught up with us. A little delayed. I didn't realize I accidentally clicked the intro. That's my bad. That is my bad. Okay, so let's see what this one's about here.
This is around the age where a lot of my childhood memories start to become more clear. I have one sibling, my older brother Keith. Keith is 2 years older than me, so at the time he was 8. When I was 6, I had a strict bedtime, 8:30. If I didn't...
Okay, so here in just a second, probably after this one, will be on Warzone. I believe Warzone's down. I believe Warzone is done updating now. So I'm just letting y'all know. Once we get done with this review, we're gonna go straight into Warzone, and then I'll have to edit and update YouTube's information stuff.
abide by it, or our dad caught either of us up past our bedtime, we'd be in serious trouble. Our dad was always strict with us as kids. Honestly, I don't remember if this happened on a school night or not, but I woke up in the middle of the night to Keith shaking me awake. Keith and I shared a big bedroom upstairs in the house. My parents' room was on the first floor of the house. I was confused why Keith was waking me up, until he told me in a whisper to be quiet and listen, and I did listen, and I heard what he was talking about. It was our mom's voice calling for us downstairs, but it was in a very quiet, whisperish type of voice. I was going to get up to go answer our mom, but my brother told me not to. He said that he didn't think it was Mom. I told him to stop trying to scare me.
I don't think it's
I
Mom
remember
either.
being so mad at him. He told me to go closer and listen, so I got up and went towards the bedroom door. Right outside of our bedroom door was the little hall that led to the bathroom and another bedroom that our grandma would sleep in whenever she'd sleep over. Directly to the right, when you leave our bedroom, was the stairway downstairs, which had a door as well. I put my ear up on the bedroom door, and I heard the voice clearer. It sounded like our mom's voice, calling our names. Keith, Mikey. I said to Keith, "That's Mom," and he said, "No, it's not." Somehow, as a 6-year-old, and as the little brother, I found myself being the one confident enough to open our bedroom door and then listen through the stairway door. But now, the voice stopped. I whispered to Keith that Mom walked away, and again he said, "That's not Mom." I kept telling him to shut up and that he was scaring me. I unlocked the stairway door and slowly pulled it open to avoid making noise, and when the door was open just enough, I peered through the opening. At the bottom of the stairs was clear as day the silhouette of a person, a woman, but right away I knew it was not our mom. Whoever it was, she saw me because she said, "Hi sweetie, come down." Immediately I shut the door and locked it and went back into...
Yeah, I would be shitting bricks if I knew that that was not my mom's voice calling my name. Everybody knows what their parents sound like to the T when their name is being called or a sentence is being said. We all would know what our parents sound like almost to a T. If I woke up in the middle of the night and my mom was calling my name, first of all, if a parent was calling my name and it being, for example, just let's say it's 1:41 in the morning, I'm not answering. Even if I am awake, I'm not answering because that's already a red flag. Why are you hollering my name at where you're supposed to be asleep? You work tomorrow. What are we doing? You know, something like that. Put some common sense to it. But once the thing or whoever had finally seen me and made eye contact, oh, I'd been out. I'd have jumped out the window. I'd have said, "Mom, Dad, y'all are on your own. Sorry, we're gone. I'm gone. I ain't sticking around." You know, like I would have left a note. We would have dipped. We would not have been sticking around to figure out whatever this thing is, a mimic, a Wendigo, whatever it is, another human being that shouldn't be there. I would not be sticking around to figure it out.
Our bedroom and locked that door as well. I started to cry, and Keith kept saying, "I told you." We both agreed to start screaming as loud as we could on 3 to wake our parents. So on 3, we started stomping on the floor and screaming as loud as we could. It didn't take long for our parents to barge up the stairs pounding on the locked door. At first, our dad was pissed about the door being locked, but as soon as we let them in, they saw that I had been crying and we were genuinely disturbed about something. They listened to us. My mom was particularly concerned after telling us she was not at the bottom of the stairs and she was not calling our names.
Yeah, see,
She asked what the woman looked like, but all we could say was we couldn't tell.
yeah, see, once the mom had confirmation that that was not her making making sounds and calling for her sons, yeah, gone. I'm gone. I am gone. How did the parents not? Did they sleep upstairs? You think? Do you think their bedroom's upstairs? No, because they said it was directly below them. They started stomping and jumping and screaming, right? So parents didn't see shit coming up the stairs or something. I'm assuming. Like what?
Meanwhile, I remember our dad running downstairs to, I guess, look around for the woman. After a bit, our mom kissed us goodnight again, and I'm pretty sure she told us to lock the doors, which was a first. I was too young to catch on, but it seemed as if our parents knew exactly who it could have been. Keith and I looked out the window when we heard the doorbell after a while, and we saw a police car outside. We wanted to go downstairs, but we stayed put. I remember we begged our parents to tell us who it was and what happened, but our parents would always say they didn't know. They would also say they're proud of us for not going downstairs.
So the parents know. It does kind of sound like the parents know who this person is, because if they weren't ever allowed to lock their doors, now they're telling them to lock their doors and telling them that they're proud of them that they didn't go downstairs to whoever this person was. They've immediately called the police, obviously. I wonder if there's already a report on this that the parents have already made before kids were even around, maybe. I guarantee you. But it does kind of sound like the parents know who this person, unknown individual, is in this story.
Personally, I think they did know who it was. And to save my brother and I from any kind of further trauma or fear, they just never told us. Because the last time I saw my parents for dinner, I asked them about it, and they still shrugged it off as some random intruder. But that never explained how that woman knew our names.
Yeah, how did the woman know their names? That is freaky, man. How did the woman know their names? It doesn't tell you?
This happened
Wait a minute.
when I was...
It's just going on to another story. It's not going to tell me who the woman is. I guess you just never know. Maybe that's what this video is. You're never going to find out. That, if I had witnessed another human being calling me and my brother's name down the hall to the steps and my mother confirmed that it was not her, yeah, I would be thinking about that every single day. I would need a therapist by the end of it, because that would genuinely freak me out. I'm the kind of person too, though, that goes around the entire house and checks windows and doors and makes sure everything is locked 2 or 3 times over, almost every single night. But that's just me. I don't like people being in my area unless I've welcomed you into my area. Does that make sense? I don't want you in my house unless I've welcomed you in my house. You're going to get the bad side of Clay if you just walk up in here.
16. I was still in high school. I obviously didn't have a car yet, so I was at the mercy of my parents driving me around, or just walking if it was close. It was the weekend. My friend Haley was having some of our friends over since her parents weren't home. My mom drove me to her house. Haley lived close, about a 3-minute drive and 20-minute walk. My mom was single at the time, and she also liked to go out too, so she told me that if she's out late, then to just walk or get a ride home, which meant she was going on a date. A few of our girlfriends were at Haley's house, Tina, Courtney, and Belle. The 5 of us hung out in her backyard for a few hours until some boys from our school unexpectedly showed up. By unexpectedly, I mean Haley didn't tell me she was inviting them. The reason I was annoyed by this was because one of the boys that showed up was a boy I had some annoying history with and didn't really want to see. Haley...
Alright, I'm calling it annoying X that she's talking about. He's going to be our creep for this one. He's going to be our creep for this one. Let's see.
Haley thought she was being cute and sneaky by inviting him there against my knowledge, because she for some reason wanted him and I to work things out. It was just an awkward mess. There were 4 boys and 5 girls, including me, so eventually, I just decided I wasn't really feeling it. So, after a while, I left. I'm sure after I left that some of the others started to leave shortly after because it was already late, but I just didn't want to be around those boys. I made sure to let Haley know how pissed off I was over texts as I was walking home, and she kept saying, "OMG, come back." She apologized and I forgave her, but I still just wanted to go home. I walked for like 5 minutes until I slowed down. I thought I heard footsteps behind me, and when I slowed down, I confirmed I heard footsteps that weren't mine. I turned around, and there was a middle-aged man with a hood up over his head and his hands in his hoodie pocket. He was smiling, looking at me, and said, "How you doing?" I responded, "Hi," and just turned and kept walking.
So you mean to tell me you let this hooded man, you're a 16-year-old girl, and you let this hooded man get that close to you to the point to where you can speak to him? If that was my daughter and she came home and told me that some stranger got close enough to him to talk to him and she told me that's what he was wearing and stuff, oh yeah, my daughter would be having her ass whipped. Her ass would be had. You can't. What's sad is nowadays females can't walk around by themselves in this world. Not anymore. Not anymore. They need to have a friend with them. They need to have a guy with them. They need to have a boyfriend with them, fiance, husband. Women cannot walk around in this world and be safe, no matter where they're at. For example, this one's only a 20-minute walk from the house, but a 3-minute drive. That's pretty close, and I'm sure that she could probably cut through some backyards and maybe even have more of a straight line to freedom, or even make herself. What am I trying to say here? She could have cut through backyards and made it a quicker walk than going all the way around and through the neighborhoods on the roads and stuff. She could have cut through backyards and been sneaky about it. But she already has let this man close enough to her to where they could speak to one another. And she's able to see that he is smiling up underneath his hood. That is, why are you letting someone that close to you that you don't know? Like, at least give me about 10 feet.
We were in the suburbs. People are walking around. It's not unheard of, even if it was late. 5 minutes more passed of me walking, and every time I'd glance around, that man would still be behind me, more or less the same distance away, maybe a little closer each time I looked. It was not a straight path home. I'd have to make multiple turns onto intersecting roads to get to my house, and each turn I made, he was still there. I was texting my friends about it, and then the man from behind me said, "Isn't it such a nice night? Love this weather." I replied back, "Yeah," and that was it. I started walking just a bit faster, but not enough to draw suspicion like that I'm running away. The man spoke again, and every time he opened his mouth, part of me died a little more inside. Like, why was he talking to me? Why was he following me? He asked, "Are you from the neighborhood?" I replied, "No." I was making my answer short and firm. The man chuckled. I started asking all my friends for help, to send one of the guys to come pick me up. Ironically, the boy who I was trying to avoid was on his way to come get me. I'll just nickname him Brandon. The man behind me then said something that changed everything. He said, "I'm not gonna hurt ya. You live by the elementary school, right?" I turned around, and he stopped in his tracks. He was still smiling, but now his smile seemed more disingenuous, more sinister. I screamed, "Leave me alone."
Wait a minute. So he already knows where she lives. He is already aware of where she lives. Yeah, I wouldn't have stopped. I would have just darted. I would have gotten. I don't even care if. I don't even care if he followed me back to the house. As long as I got into the house, he can't get in it. You can make sure that he's not going to get into the house. And plus, what else is going to be at the house? Your family, most likely. Weapons, most likely. You know, things like that. It's good that the ex was coming to pick her up, but at the same time, he already knows where she lives. So picking her up isn't really going to help or do anything. I feel like he's just going to try to make a beeline for her house since he already knows where she lives.
Alone and started to run. I heard the man running behind me, catching up to me.
Oh my.
At that point, it was my life on the line, so I started screaming bloody murder. I started screaming "help me" for everyone in their houses to wake up and hear. The man dropped his nice guy facade and said, "Shut up, you little bitch." My screams definitely scared him off because he obviously didn't want a bunch of witnesses about to come out of their houses. He ran away into the darkness, and I saw some lights in the houses around me turn on. One couple came out of their house, and I explained I almost got kidnapped.
Yeah.
I stayed there in front of their house until Brandon arrived to pick me up. He drove me home. It was only like a 1-minute drive after that. My mom wasn't home, she was out, and she wasn't answering my texts.
I wouldn't be
I
texting
didn't want to be
her. I'd
alone,
be calling
so
her.
I invited Brandon in to stay the night. I know he was the happiest camper alive.
Yeah,
but
he was.
it didn't end there. We were up late just talking and reminiscing about old times, when we both heard footsteps circling the house. My room in that house was upstairs facing the backyard. We heard the gate to the backyard opening. My mom would never enter through the backyard, so something was off. I held back from yelling out, "Mom," and instead, Brandon and I just looked out the window, watching. We didn't hear any more sounds. We were expecting to see someone walking around the yard, but instead, we both heard a man's voice say, "I see you up there." I let out a very audible gasp and I stepped away from the window.
Yeah, get away
Brandon yelled out something along the lines of, "We're calling the cops, you pussy freak." That's exactly what we did. The fact that this man knew where I lived, he probably knew who I was. What if he knew I was going to Haley's house? Brandon did a lot of the talking on the phone with 911.
I'd say that this guy did know. I'd say that this guy knew exactly where she was going to be, and I'd say that this guy has probably put up a wall of pictures of this individual, of our main character here. I would wholeheartedly put money on that this is a full-blown stalker that has a fantasy of killing his victims. So I mean, that's what I'm thinking's going on, and especially since he's like enjoying the fact that this is a chase. This is going to be a little bit more difficult for him to get a hold of his victim. This is weird, man. I don't even think I would have went back to my house once he said, "Don't you live blah blah blah." Once he said that, I wouldn't have went back to the house, because who knows if he knows how to get in. He knows where you live. Might as well be safe to assume that he probably knows how to get in too. I'd say it probably takes some time and takes some effort to figure out where an individual lives and resides at. I feel like, unless you're just straight up following them every single day, and you're following them after they get off of work or something and they're going back to their house. But I don't know, man. I feel like this guy's like stalker of the year type stuff.
Looking back, I know he tried really hard to be the man in the situation, and I appreciated that. I was honestly so happy he came inside. The cops showed up, and their presence just made me feel safer. Even just giving them a description of this man made me feel better, like at least something was done. My mom got home soon after, and she was just as freaked out as I was. They kept a police car parked on the block for a few hours as a deterrent, thankfully. From there on, I didn't do any walking at night. I was even scared to go into our backyard after that. My mom had to have our uncle come over and install an entire security camera system. He made no effort in hiding them. They were on full display to deter that creepy man and any other creep from coming to that house. I'm glad to say that the story ended there, because this incident also prompted my mom to sell that house about a year later, just because she hated seeing me living in constant fear in that house. We never found out who that man was.
That's creepy. That's creepy, man. Never found out who the man was. Forced a family to move because of the amount of fear that the daughter was experiencing. That's kind of insane, man. That is crazy, dude. Oh my Lord, dude. I don't even know what I would have done in some of those situations, man. There's some of those situations. Now, the camping, I could have done something in the camping one. There was a bunch of different situations with the camping one that you probably could have gotten out of that situation. But now we are going to move on to Warzone, because it is done downloading. What am I was going to do something else here. Oh yeah, we got to update YouTube's information here real quick here, chat, and once we update that, we will be playing Warzone solos. So give me just a minute. I'm going to put you guys on the intro scene, and I will be right back. So we got that all set up, good to go. See if COD's gonna work for us today. Hopefully it does. Free up space. What do you mean space? So we'll remove rainbow sticks. Rainbow Six Siege for to play Call of Duty. Man, dude, that's the one thing that kind of sucks about Call of Duty is Call of Duty is such a massive download that the majority of consoles can only have that one game downloaded. Maybe 1 to 2 games. Yeah, we're just trying to make sure everything's good to go. It's a 2-hour play session of Call of Duty, and then we'll go back and do another review on a scary video. Do another review on a scary video. Let's see. Get in the game, man. Play a few games. Hopefully we don't rage today. Good chance, though. We may end up raging. Thank you, Roning. 7. Alright, we're gonna skip this. Battle Pass. Let's go. Season 3. So let's see what Season 3 is all about. Is that today? Is that why there was an update today? Black Cell, $29.99. Battle Pass bundle is 2,400 COD points, or the Battle Pass for 1,100 COD points. We've got 600, I believe. Is how much that said. Okay. See if we can get Rebirth right off the rip. It is on Rebirth right now too. Solid. Give me just a second here, chat. Okay, so what I think we're gonna do, we may have to do a YouTube video of where I only land prison. I mean, that would probably be a good one. I only land prison. This happens. Probably not too close up onto my monitor.
Dropping into the AO. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone.
You know, I really want to use this shotgun, but I don't know how to use it just yet. We got to be able to make some plays with it. Alright, let's lock in here. Let's get into a good position where we can lock in. Alright, first game on of the day. First game on in the day in 2 days. I don't think I played yesterday, did I? I don't know if I played at all yesterday. I don't think I did, but we're gonna go bottom prison. Going for a YouTube video, naming it I landed prison all day. 24/7
Enemies
prison.
are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Something like that. Oh man. People in cafeteria view up below. So about need a different gun. There we go. Better than what we got. We did just have a sniper. That was it. Okay. Not really exactly what I wanted, but okay. Dang! I was watching that room, man. She straight lasered me. He knew I was there
Enemies dropping
immediately.
into the AO.
I was thinking that door may have opened
You're
up
getting
the same
another
time
shot.
that
Weapons free.
Molotov went off. Hoping it kind of did. Shotgun. Back. No! Come on, man. Come on, dude. Alright, I'm landing in the cafeteria with this guy.
To the front.
I'm gonna land in cafeteria with this guy. Because he is holding that cafeteria down, dude.
Enemy soldiers incoming.
Dang it, dude. I don't even think that was the same guy. I think that was two different people. Dude, I am on a death streak from hell right now.
Go get after it.
Do we need a reset? Should we reset? I think we should reset.
Gas is closing in.
Yeah, we should reset, bro. Yeah, we need a
Enemies are
reset,
dropping
man.
into the area. Watch the
Reset,
skies.
man. Reset. My resurgence is active.
LDBR awaiting targeting data.
FFE, danger close. Over.
Let's go. Hit one. He's gone. I lost him.
Target eliminated. EOF.
Dang, dude! God, come on, man! I'm putting shots on everybody, dude. Breaking them, ripping them.
Go get
I
your
just can't
revenge.
kill. I can't get a kill, man.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Oh my God, and I got third partied by that same guy that was holding down the cafeteria. God damn it, dude.
Back out there.
Let me in the next game, dude. Let me in the next game. Come on. Come on. This is the one thing I hate about Rebirth. Is it takes you 500 years to get back to where you can just play another game. Like, buddy, I've already done age 500 times different. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Man, dude, now we gotta go to Haven's Hollow. Man, I'm just not the biggest fan of Haven's Hollow. Unless I've got a teammate with me or something. Just everybody pushes everything at Havens. Nobody's ever actually just like vibing. I know Blue. Blue's dying to get out of his cage. I may just let him out of his cage for a minute. Y'all want to see Blue? See what he's up to today? I'll show you him. There's old Blue. There's Blue for you guys today. He's just chilling. He's vibing. I'm going to let him out of his cage for a minute. Let him wander around. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Him and Jules, between him and Jules, they like to go up to the door of their cage and then they'll beat and bang and scratch at the door. So it tells me, that they're kind of bored of their cage, so they want to get out and explore a little bit. So that's what blue's doing, and I gotta watch my feet. So if I am looking around quite a bit at the bottom, or like looking down quite a bit at my feet, it's because I'm watching blue and trying to make sure I'm not stepping on him, right? Or even rolling this chair over top of him or something. Don't want to do that. Ain't that right, little buddy? Need to fatten you up a little bit more. Need to
We're headed
eat
to
your
the
greens,
war zone.
man.
Get geared up. Stand by.
See what ChatGPT thinks about it. See if he's underweight. I don't think he is, but
Enemy soldier
could be.
incoming.
I only feed them maybe once a day, but they get fed a pretty big meal.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Oh, okay. So blue is actually really healthy for his size and weight right now, according to ChatGPT. So that's solid. I like to hear that I'm not underfeeding him and I'm not hurting him.
Resurgence.
All right,
Stay alive.
Landon train station. We're gonna go back to that regular area that we like to go over here. But I've been seeing people do those. They've been landing back here at this bathroom. So I'm gonna go to this outdoor bathroom right here, actually. I'll land in here.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
And then down. No! I had him beat, bro. I had you beat, bro. Don't even, dude. I had you beat. I had you beat, bro. I should have kept my assault rifle out, man. Not that pistol. But I had him beat, dude. I had that guy beat. I'm gonna have him beat again here in just a second. I'm gonna land right in there. Lagging, bro. What am I lagging with? Your lag spike. Probably a bad idea to come down in this area. Told you, bro. I told you I had you beat, man. Mark coming. Dude, that guy in the car, he is kind of going batshit crazy. Peacekeeper and Werewolf. Damn, where was he at? Oh my god, dude, he climbed up the rocks. I couldn't get, man, dude, I just didn't know where he was at. I knew that there was one guy shooting at me from the roof, from somewhere, but I couldn't see him. Didn't have an angle on him. Should we keep this sniper? I think we should keep this sniper thing out over here. We'll hang out in the back. If I can. I think there was some proximity chat on me.
dropping into the AO.
No, sir. You're not doing that to me.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
I think I just seen somebody up there above me, too. Watching gas, though, man. Could have hit that. Dude, I thought I heard or seen somebody up there. Blue's by my feet. I gotta watch him. I don't know where else to rotate to. I guess we'll still go left. I don't want to rotate to the mansion though. There's big fights up there. Rah. Got him. Sniper, man. This sniper's kind of crazy for what it is, man. That burst is kind of nuts. If you can hit 2 shots, that's all you need. Just 2 shots. As long as you can hit them.
Losing ground, moving. 25 are left. Stay sharp out there.
I heard footsteps up here in front of me. Ah. If that burst wasn't as slow as it is, it would be juicy, but the slow burst is very, very slow. Okay, you can't go through any of these. Can't go through these either. Had that one guy. He was blue skin. Not a second way up here, is there? Maybe the zip line. Zip line right here outside this window. Fire station, right?
UAV available for tasking.
Loadout drop headed your way. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Mission timeline expired. UAV exiting the AO.
You've got gas moving in.
That ADS walk, man, is killer. It's so quiet, you can't hear it. grab another UAV real quick. If I can make it there.
Precision
Another
airstrike standing by.
UAV, but I went ahead and got a precision.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Precision will help me mask my footsteps.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 on approach. Strike inbound. Impact, no hit.
Dang, dude, dang! He was a demon. He was a demon, bro. We did pretty good that game. That wasn't too bad. We had 7 kills. Wasn't too terrible. That guy's a demon, though. Can we watch him? Did he just die? I think he just died, didn't he? He did, didn't he? Dang. I was gonna say we could watch him real quick, but I'm pretty sure we just witnessed him die. Hopefully we can get ourselves back onto Rebirth. That'd be nice. Blue's still out running around. Free to play. Did it back us all the way out? Guess it did. Give me just a second here, chat, too, while we find a match. Just, quick. Okay, got that all situated. Gonna run to the restroom right quick, and I will be right back. Should have enough time.
Rucker, you're headed to the water.
Alright, I'm back. Get a little rebirth action going for us. I do like that AK-27. The AK-27 is pretty raw. It's pretty nice. I don't hate it. I think it's gonna be really good. I wonder if we've ever even had an AK meta. I don't think we've ever had an AK meta. Alright, we're gonna land either chemical or bio.
Resurgence.
Yeah,
Survive the timer.
bio. We're gonna go basement bio.
To speed up the countdown.
Short.
Enemy airstrike in the area.
Solid. Need to run upstairs. Clean house a little bit. my god, you're such a fucking prick, man! Like, you dick! You dickhead! You fucking cocksucking motherfucker! God bless, dude, you third partying fuck! You literally jumped roofs! You jumped roofs! Oh my god, bro. People that play like that piss me off more than anything, because he didn't even kill. The guy that killed me didn't even kill the guy that I downed. Didn't even kill him. He just killed me. So what's the point of third partying if you're not going to kill the guy? There's no point. You have to kill him. If you're going to third party, you're going to have to kill me and him. That's what third party is. It's cleanup.
So be it.
Alright, I think we're back on Rebirth. I hope we are. We need to look for Blue. There's Blue Boy. What you doing, buddy? He's got some shed stuck on his arm. Oh, all the way up his arm. Let me get it. Let me get it.
Use this time for target practice.
Blue. Blue back in his cage. Alright. Alright, so now we can actually move around a little bit. I can't believe that. Man, dude. So, one thing I've learned on solo Rebirth and solo Haven's Hollow is when you get a gun right off the rip, you need to go look for whoever's around you who just landed. You need to go look for whoever's around you that just landed and kill them first. Like, you need to hit 1 or 2 chests and then try to go kill whoever else just landed around you. That's what I have learned from solo Rebirth. Looks like Industries and Control Center are going to be gassed out. Maybe. Or is that just Hot Drop? It looks like Hot Drop for most money. Okay, so I'm going to go Bio again. And this time around, I'm going to land Roof. I'm going to land Roof this time around. Get our kills early. I don't think anybody else landed here. That don't mean that they won't rotate. Alright, we're gonna grab our loadout early.
LDBR salvo ready for launch.
We got a cluster strike as well. Okay. I think we can grab our loadout now. We drive around on the boat. Alright, let's run back inside and throw it on the roof.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Try to land in on me, man. Could try to get a little bit more money off of some of these chests. And we can grab a UAV maybe.
You're losing ground. Moving.
16 rounds. Out.
Yeah, because I think a loadout or a UAV. I think a UAV is 8,000, is it not?
Fire solution was bad. Missed.
Man, I keep getting these spam calls left and right, man. We need 1K more, I think. Hold out. Or for UAV. Might be able to get it. Okay, so we need to rotate to industry. Got it now.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
UAV available for tasking.
People on me. Quite a few. No! Why is everybody calling me?
You're back on station. Go get after it. 25 remain. Solid work so far.
Sorry, we had to answer that one. That one was Caitlin. She actually went blonde today, so you guys are going to see her for the first time ever blonde. I have never seen my fiance blonde, so this is going to be interesting. Need a gun and quick because they were just fighting outside that door right there. We should have had that guy dead. I don't know how we didn't kill him. Here in foot. He might be above me, man. I think he's above me. I think if I run out of here, I'm gonna die. I got a feeling I'm going to. There's a big ass fight over there.
Gas is moving.
Go in the water? Not another way out, is there? Did he dip? Must have dipped. Had to have. I say we go bottom prison.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Resurgence is about to end.
Very...
Make it count. Hostile airstrike incoming.
Enemy throwing
No! Come on, man! He was stunned. How, dude? He was stunned, man.
Gas is closing in.
Dude, I have good plays, man. I have good plays. I just can never finish them. Oh my god, what is this thing?
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Rotate off that.
Resurgence is close. No more second chances.
I don't know how I feel about this iron sight on the stern wolf or whatever. Kinda interesting.
You've made it to the top 10. Gas is inbound.
Okay, so there's only 8 people left right now. I think a lot of them are going to be pushing up out of prison.
Only 4 remain. Finish the job.
Yeah, he's way back there. No! No! Damn it, dude! He was just waiting for somebody else to shoot, man. Damn it! Oh, man, we got to play with suppressors only, man. Suppressors only whenever it comes to solos. Like, you just got to use a suppressor, dude, because everybody's going to check the maps and see where that was. What did we place? We placed 4th. Man, that sucks. Everybody's blowing my shit up today. And I mean, everyone's blowing my shit up today. I'm still streaming on. See if I'm still streaming on Twitch. I am. I am streaming on Twitch. Ain't no chatters over here. No new chatters on Twitch. I'm gonna be over here on the chat log for a minute.
Check weapons in here.
We back on Rebirth? Nice. Playing is back on Rebirth. Nice. Alright.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
That last game, that was a pretty good game. It wasn't too bad. Not a whole lot of kills, but we lasted. And we lasted long. So, Blue is still wanting out of his cage. Come on, buddy. You want out? Go ahead. Look, you need to eat this. You need to eat this. You need to eat all of that. Those are your greens, man. Blue, we've been having some issues with Blue trying to get him to eat his greens and everything. He's not a big fan of eating the greens. He likes his protein. Don't you, buddy? Don't you, buddy? And one more time, if y'all don't know who Blue is my bearded dragon. He is my boy. Right now, he's like, nah, I don't want to be picked up. He's like, I barely want to be touched right now. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. His nails are digging into my toe. Quit, buddy. Digging your nails in.
Survive the countdown to earn redeployment.
But this is Blue.
Kills to speed up the timer.
This is my baby boy. That's Blue. He's not really blue, but there is parts of his body that actually do have the shade of blue, hence his name. But you only see it whenever he pancakes out. When he pancakes out, you can see the blue a little bit in his coloring, but only then would you be able to. I almost just tried to shit on him with the pistol.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
Paying attention to where he's at right now. Kind of getting me sidetracked. But we're gonna land bottom prison.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Nigga, fuck off my tip, nigga.
I feel that, bro. I feel that so much. No way he shits on me like that, bro. There's no way, man. Oh my god, I'm landing back there, bro, because that should have never happened, dude. Oh my god. It's the ones that I think are like, yeah, okay, I've got him. He's good. Like, I'm gonna kill him. Like, there's no way I'm not gonna kill him. Missed every shot. Missed every shot. God damn, dude. Fuck me, man. Oh my god, dude. Like, get me out of this game. Come on, get me into the next one. This is the one thing I hate about Warzone is when you die early and then you gotta wait the 15 hours in order to get back and play the game again. That's what I hate. Like, once I die, just go ahead and put me into another game. Like, I shouldn't have to hit play again. That's tragic, dude. Oh, that is tragic. Why? Why? I don't want anything to do with that. Can we not do that? We're still looking for players. Just a few more minutes. Man, I still can't believe that guy I shot him before he went into the cell unit. Shot him after, and he was able to do a full 360 with that gun and kill me. I had to jump on him and everything, man. Those are, yeah, see, those are the ones that I always screw up on, or the really easy kills are the ones I screw up. Caitlin should be here any minute, so you all can see her blonde hair.
We're heading to the war zone.
we just land at like this spot right here on houses? Just running. Oh, there ain't much of anything.
All stations, we are green to go.
That, isn't it?
Stand by for deployment.
Maybe we land houses like this red one and then rotate there. I mean, that could be a bet. That could be a bet, is to land that red house. And blue. See, just like that, blue. He's gone.
Resurgence.
Don't know where he went.
Survive the timer to secure redeployment.
Oh, I see him.
Points
He's
to
up
speed up the
under.
countdown.
He's up under the shelving over there. Oh, I jumped way too early. Way too early. I'm better off going bio. Two people at bio. Oh shit, man. I don't know where I need to go. All right, let's see if we can go. Let's see if we can make it to the red house. I think we can. We're gonna land second floor. Okay, got 2 shotguns. Oh, I'm hearing shit down here.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Let's go. See, like that's what I'm talking about, man. Listen for a minute.
Enemy soldier incoming. You've got gas moving in.
He's on the roof. Sure he is. Yeah, he's not.
Incoming sight.
No! Okay, good. Yeah, he was pushing me like crazy hard, bro. Okay, I don't know if he went in there or not. It sounded like he did. It sounded like he was pushing me hella fast, bro. Like he wanted a piece of me, bro. loadout's right there, though. Oh! No! Come on, man! We got stuck on the damn door, man. I'm landing back there, bro. He wasn't good at all. He was awful. How did I not kill him, man? Stand.
Only 25 remain.
Second one. No! No, man! God! Drop shotted, man. He got underneath my ADS because of the drop shot, bro. God damn. I'm dead. Oh, I'm so dead. You put the grapple in this? Now have grappling? Come on. Grab this bounty, maybe.
Bounty targets marked. Kill them all. Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
I think somebody knocked on my door, maybe? Yeah,
Enemy
somebody. You
dropping
can come
into
in.
the AO.
Hold on just a second and I'll come
Gas
take a
is
look.
inbound.
Trade spots? Down below?
All bounty targets are KIA.
Killed that guy, thank
Well
God.
done.
Finally got him too.
Enemy soldier incoming.
We gotta rotate. Yeah, let them fight all that. We need to rotate, and I want to get them on the rotate. No, come on, man.
10 were left.
Dang, dude. Come on. All right, baby. Come here.
Lost that one, but we'll get a W next.
Babe. Come here so I can show. Well, chat, Caitlin did it. She's got dirty blonde hair now, and she looks really good. Looks like a snack. Hey, can you grab my vape? It's charging. Yeah, it is. Huh? Oh. Alright, we're going to Haven's Hollow now. We need to check on Blue. I think he's just wandering around somewhere. He was up under the shelf there. See him now. He likes to get up under things and then he'll just sit there. It's not like he goes anywhere. It's not like he goes far at all. Alright, let me see. Make sure that's where he's at.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
I can't see him. I have to get my phone right. We'll start checking, looking for him here in just a minute after this game.
Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the timer.
Let's see. Let's go train station. That's where we're gonna be. Land in this bathroom. Kill anybody that lands elsewhere. Let's go. Oh, no, no, no. That's all I had, bro. Not anything, but I think I'm gonna land on that guy because he just really made me mad, pushed me that hard.
Go get your revenge.
He pushed me that hard knowing I only had a sniper. And I never did get that kill for the guy that I downed out over here at Pond. house on top of the hill back there. All I know is I don't want part of it right now. Should we just rotate up that way? Like we should.
You've got gas moving in. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down. You've got a loadout drop
Jump
inbound.
off walls and stuff. That's pretty cool. Random shock. Playing this game safe.
$25 remaining.
But dude, I am getting another phone call. I'm about to turn my phone off today.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Ooh! Dang it! I had him beat!
Back
Dude!
on station.
God, I hate this map. I hate that I can't finish my kills, man. It's like I need one more extra bullet every time, man. That's like that shit I was talking about the other day. It's like I need one more extra bullet for everything. And I'm gonna die right here. God damn it, dude. What in the fuck?
The enemy took that.
So annoying, dude. God, that's so fucking annoying. And if people don't quit calling me today, I'm gonna start blocking numbers for anybody that starts calling me today. I don't want another fucking phone call. I've got 10 missed phone calls just from today. 10. 10 missed phone calls just from today. Alright, let's get back in Rebirth. Oh, hold on here, chat.
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
Alright. Alright, after this game we do have to get Blue back out. We gotta get to him. Because I know he's up under these shelves somewhere.
Resurgence. Stay alive till time expires to secure redeployment. More points you earn,
let's
faster that clock ticks.
do I want to go bio?
Hope you saw
Bio
that.
weapons is
That
apparently a
local
hot
storage
drop,
made a
so
big boom.
we may
Keep
just
out
go
of the
bio.
camps until it clears.
May just go hit the hot drop, call it a day. And then if we die and we go back to lobby, we will go and find, or we gotta find a Blue. Really? So I know he's. Thought I heard one more. Bringing a helicopter over here? He is. He threw the helicopter.
Gas is moving.
RCXD ready. Enemies have destroyed your RCXD.
Oh my god, look at you, you big fucking camper, bro. Look at you, bro. Mounted up and everything. What a pussy. What a fucking pussy. And I'm gonna land right on him, kill him from behind.
Loadout drop headed your way. 25 are still active.
Get off me. how I feel about this, guys. Secondary.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
No! Come on! God damn, dude! He should have been dead! How did I miss all of them shots with that Maddox, man? God damn! Ah! Put me back in the lobby, bro.
You've got gas moving in.
Napalm strike standing by.
Precision airstrike ready for tasking.
Raider 1-9er on station, lighting up your targets. Raider is Winchester, returning to base.
UAV standing by. UAV available for tasking.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Mission timeline expired. UAV exiting the AO.
Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station. Gas inbound.
Priority tasking request received. We're done.
Cafeteria, maybe? Hold on. I was just cafeteria.
Enemy soldier incoming.
See what he does. Oh, he's seen me. He might push for me.
Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game.
get that kill, bro. I missed all of my shots. All right, I think we're gonna have to put a new sight on the Rev. I think the iron sights take up too much.
Gas is closing in.
Tower, there you are. They better hop off. Good boy.
Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. Enemy buy station incoming.
Sound like their cafeteria. They can't be cafeteria now. May grapple on them too. I don't know how I feel about the grapple now.
Only 4 left.
Only 4 left and down below me. Oh.
Gas is moving.
Nice hiding spot.
No! Come on, man! Oh my god, dude. How many kills did we have that time? We had 7 again. 6 or 7. We had 7-11 eliminations, 6 kills. One of them got stolen from us. Dude, that guy was terrible too. Like, that was not... He just had such a good little angle on me, man. I couldn't get shots on him. And I didn't even aim at him, unfortunately. Let's see. Are we going to Rebirth? Nice. How many more minutes do we have on Rebirth? We got 7 minutes on Rebirth, so hey, I'm here for it. Alright. Yeah, let's change what we titled. Switch here real quick.
We're deploying to the war zone. Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the fire.
drop. Late drop. Late drop. On the rebirth? On our rebirth? Going in. You see about landing with them and... Or out. No. I was going to see about killing them and then swimming inbound. Swimming in inbounds, but oh well.
Stand by for redeployment.
All right, let's just say screw it and let's go bottom prison on this one just real quick. Make it a quick one since we had a late drop, or we can make it a good one. Have a late drop.
RCXD available.
Deployable buy station.
Friendly buy station inbound.
Oh! Dude, if that tomahawk would have hit him, I would have shat a brick, dude. I would have shat a brick.
For vengeance.
Yeah, let's just go back to lobby, bro. Give somebody this kill real quick. I'm just trying to go back to the lobby.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Come on, man. Just leave the match, I guess. We had a late drop. I didn't want a late drop. Late drops normally set up the game to be terrible. Yeah, I didn't want a late drop. All right, so we're gonna probably gonna play one more good game on Rebirth, and then we'll go back and review 3 more scary stories. We'll see how those scary stories are. The first 3 were very interesting. I just wish they would have found out who these people were. Oh, also, I gotta find Blue. I found him already. He always goes to the same spot. Same spot. Every time. And normally, I can't get to him, so I always have to use a pole or something to get to me. Come on, buddy. Ow! Bit me. Bit me. Stop it. I had to get you out of there. You stop. Fight me. You needed to be out of there. Good guy. He bit me. That hurt. Got all mean. Pumped up. He doesn't need to be under there anyways because there's a lot of dust and everything. So I don't want him breathing that in, let alone getting it in his ears or anything. But he just bit me. Look at that. You can't even really tell, but he did just bite me, bit me right on the thumb. You might be able to tell right. Yeah, actually you can tell. You can tell right there. There's a line through my thumb. Yeah, got me on my thumb. He just bit me real quick just because he'd get mad at me. And I get that he liked it under there, but dude, I can't have you breathing in all that dust and hair and everything. Cause a respiratory infection of some kind. That's the next thing. That's the next thing I need. It's a lizard with a respiratory infection. Thought. Maybe not.
LDBR awaiting targeting data.
Time of flight 5 seconds. Out.
No casualties.
Need to rotate to prison. Up. I seen him like last second too. Yes, my love. Going to what? You're something about Elsa? You're getting your nails done? You're leaving? Again? Okay. Alright, I love you. Well, chat, I was going to get off here and spend a little time with Caitlin, but I didn't realize that she was going to go get her nails done. Okay. So, what we're going to do then is I'm just going to keep playing until she gets back, and then we'll get off.
You're losing ground. Moving.
Getting complacent right now. I'm kind of in my own little world. Don't need to be. That's how we die. That's how we get mad at ourselves. Rev, man, that rev is just absolute killer. Sound of fighting. Alright, I'm just gonna rotate down. Got landed. Being ADS about screwed me there.
UAV standing by.
Got nobody around us right now. Kind of playing it safe just a little bit. Let's see.
Friendly loadout drop on
There
the
was
way.
one guy above me, but he's flying, so not too worried about him. So yeah, we're good. We're good. A little ways down.
UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base.
Frame lag. Grapple on of street. Yeah, we grapple up there.
Only 25 left. Keep up the
I
good
to know where
work.
this frame lag's coming from. I haven't had any frame lag all day. Why now? Die here? I feel like he just died here. Steps maybe. Roof? Dang it, dude. Their roof.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Stay up there. I'm afraid I'd get hit by one of those clusters. Dang it! God dang it, man! Dang it, dude.
Get ready. You're
Alright.
redeploying.
Go. Say we go back. Oh, we're not going back. We're going back to the lobby. Man, fuck
Less
you,
than
dude.
25
Like, you're the
still
biggest piece of
standing.
shit I've ever seen in my life, and you're staying on the water tower. You biggest. Oh my God, bro! People that play like that and play this game like that make me mad. Make me more mad. Look, he's been there the whole game. Been there the whole game. Oh my God, bro! Trash. Oh, my phone's on 2%. What do with that charger? Okay, I'm gonna have to plug my phone up here, chat, so I'm not gonna have any chat logs right now. Just let y'all know. Hey, just go over to TikTok here while we're charging everything. And play some TikTok, maybe? Maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of liking it.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by. Enemy dropping into the AO. All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment. Resurgence. Survive the time.
Okay.
Secure redeployment.
I am
Earn
back.
points to speed up the countdown.
Oh shoot, we need to go to the train station. Alright. Like I got stuck. Rotating. Get out of there. Play on the outside. I didn't be chewing, bro. Got 2 subs. Not terrible. Thought I had Prox chat over here. Yep, there he is. Damn, dude, I was looking everywhere, man. I was trying to get away from them. Why were you 2 fucking tunneling me, man?
That's so weird.
Fucking tunneling me. Like, bro, you got a second individual down there with you, you dumbass. Like, bro, I had to fight. I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate that so much. Oh my God, I'm dead. In the lobby. If I was hitting the ground, I would have died right there. 100%. God.
Got gas moving in. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
You're such a faggot, bro. The biggest queer I've ever seen in my life, man. He threw shock sticks around the house so I'd hit him and so he'd have an easy kill. What a pussy. That's the fattest pussy I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna go grab loadout and then I'm gonna push back to him.
$25 are left. Stay sharp out there.
Tipping.
You're losing ground. Moving.
We're at the big mansion fight. Big fights over there.
You're a bitch!
window is ending. Watch your 6. Enemy soldier incoming.
No.
Gas is moving.
No! Come on, man. My movement was insane.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
Oh, that movement. Now that's how I used to play, man. Used to play just like that. Actually, it was nice. Just running around like that. Just for a second.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. Proceed.
God, dude.
5 remain.
If I could have hit that grapple and went through the window like I first initially wanted to, instead of jumping up onto the roof, man, I could have killed him, bro. He was not good. He was not good. He's still using the LC-10 from like Black Ops Cold War era, I believe is when that was. Let's see if I got my phone charging. Man, that was tragic. That was a good game too. I think we had 7 or 8 kills or something. Let me see here. We got 8 eliminations, 7 kills. It's getting close, man. We're getting very close to winning our first Warzone match. Only a matter of time. Only a matter of time, and we have won, and we will have won our first Warzone match. Oh, there's my phone charger. Hold on.
Check weapons in gear. We're holding the deployment. Enemy dropping into the AR.
Shut that. Even though that breeze felt good there for a little while.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
I just realized too, we've been streaming without my glasses on. I don't even know where they are at right now. Oh well.
Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the timer.
I think we're just gonna go bottom prison.
Immediate alert. No refuse stock contaminating the AO.
No, we're not. We're gonna go houses. We're gonna go houses. Red. No! No, man. God, dude, he was not good either. I was putting in work on him. I was losing him. He lost me like 2 or 3 times.
RCXD ready.
Enemy soldiers incoming.
Of course. Of course. I should have just left the RC there. My plan was to leave the RCXD right at the door, blow it up as soon as they opened it, potentially kill them, but of course I had to drive the RCXD away in front of somebody. You know, what are the odds of that happening?
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Now, how did you know that I was going to be back over there?
Gas is closing in.
Ah, he heard my footsteps. Ah, I heard my footsteps. Alright, I'm going bottom prison. I'm killing this guy. Oh my god, this is the last thing I do. Oh my god.
Valiant.
Oh lord, bro. He's too good. He's just too good. Not really. That guy's ass. He's really, really ass. Should have not have killed me twice, 3 times. As many times as he did, he shouldn't have. Oh man. Tragic. Tragic, tragic, tragic. I could use some water, man. Could use some water. I'll be right back, Chad. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. God dang it, dude. Of course we're on Havens Hollow now. How many minutes do we have? Because there's a good chance I may just wait. Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Blue is really bored today, I'm assuming, so I want to get him out and swap him in just for today. I'm going to swap him in his cages just for today. Help Jules if I had her lights on. Now Jules has never bit me. So this is Jules. She has never bit me. She's actually really, really good. Bearded dragon. She just got done shedding. See, there's some of it coming off of her tail. But I'm gonna swap her and Blue just for a little while, so Blue can get his zoomies out in the bigger cage. So that will be good for him. We only got 2 minutes, so might as well just wait the 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Minute, 5 seconds. Yeah. Oh. Oh, we're on Rebirth. Nice. Okay. So we're only going to be here for just a little bit longer. We're waiting on Caitlin to get back home. So.
Playtime over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Resurgence. Stay alive till time expires to secure redeployment. More points you earn, the faster that clock ticks. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Sniper off rip. Really? 2 snipers off rip. I gotta quit aiming for the legs. Oh my god, I heard him go through the door too. As soon as I grabbed that loot. That was too much shooting, man. Too much shooting. I gotta quit aiming for the legs, though.
You're getting another chance. Weapons free.
Almost had it, too.
Enemy soldier incoming.
That guy's right there.
You're losing ground. Move it.
We need to reset, man. Need to reset. That wasn't the game for us. That was not the game for me. Got 4 more minutes on Rebirth.
Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn
Alright,
points
we're gonna
to speed
rotate.
up the
Oh my
countdown.
lord, man, look at all the gas. I'm gonna go bio because of all the gas. A lot of people I think are gonna go to the backside of the map. Or not. They're gonna land here with me.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh my god. I'm just a ass, man. I just suck ass, bro.
Stand by for redeployment.
I just suck ass. Alright, let's see. Back prison. Yeah.
Please go to your mindset. Shake it off and keep pushing.
Yeah. Man, dude. Terrible. Okay, chat. Give me just a little while, and I will be live again at some point tonight.